So, for Lyndsay and I, we are happiest in the mountains, as you may know. The first time we met in person, we shared a rope together during an ice climb in Quebec. I thought it was a date, and she thought it was just two random people meeting to climb. Initially on this date, I was hiding my nervousness and posing my dominance by asking her questions to assess her skill level and her comprehension. Climbing with someone I had never met before is something I never do, but clearly she was an exception. When I first saw her in person, I was put back up by her beauty, her smile that never seemed to turn, and her beautiful blue eyes matching the color of an alpine lake. After a year of courting her, spending time together and jumping from one adventure to the next, we planned a 2-week climbing trip to the Canadian Rockies. We drank a lot of craft beer, slept in hostels, met with friends, and climbed a dozen multi-pitch routes in Canmore, Banff, and the Chief in Squamish, if any of you guys are familiar with that. I'm going to stop there, and I'm just going to talk about your table markers. If you don't already know, the names on your table markers are all places that we've climbed together. Yeah. So, in case you didn't know, traveling with Lyndsay is an adventure in itself. If anyone's ever met her, it's always an adventure. She bounces around on her toes, and her energy levels are always through the roof. And let's not forget her free spirit and her wild heart. In the last year, our love for each other quickly transformed into a solid mutual feeling and understanding that this was now our path. We wouldn't be walking alone anymore. Times of heartache and rough times were over. We knew what we wanted, but it took some time for me to comprehend that this type of person actually exists on this earth. She was mine, and I couldn't let her get away because I wanted to be the one to treat her the way she deserves to be treated, to give her everything I could, and protect her and grow old together. I wasn't expecting all these applause, but thank you. So on the closing days of the trip, we were climbing the Bugaboos, BC. Bugaboo table. These are the Bugaboos. No one read their table marker? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you guys are supposed to win. There we go. Okay, the Bugaboos. It's an alpine heaven comprised of giant granite spires towering over the Bow Glacier and the Purcell Mountain Range. The beauty and power of this place gives one a feeling of awe, of unmatched by anything else. So at 4 a.m. under the glow of headlamps, we wrapped up, smashed some coffee, high-fived each other, roped up across the glacier. What?
We did not smash coffee. We did not really have coffee that morning.
Why not?
Because we're making the choice. It was 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah. I swear we drank coffee. Okay, we drank coffee the day after. Okay, apparently we did not smash coffee. So we high-fived, right? Yeah, okay, we high-fived. Okay. So then we roped up and we headed to the glacier. Okay, it's a steep couloir. It's a big steep slope in the middle of two mountains. Pretty intimidating, especially if it's your first time seeing it. To the start of our first route, the Bugs. We were pretty stoked. That route was the west ridge of Bugaboo Spire, also known as the Conrad Kane route, named after his first ascent in 1916. Had to throw that in there. As a few of you here can relate, alpinism takes perseverance, endurance, trust, management of risk and conditions, and constant assessment of terrain, our state of mind, and physical condition of each other. It's an amazing act of creativity, and that's why it's so risky and addictive. On the route below the summit, we stopped at a comfy belay ledge and checked up on each other. Our hands torn up from the granite. We were tired and hungry, but enjoying every second of it. On the ledge, I was dragging out a conditions check. Conditions were perfect, but I was checking them anyway. But now, I could tell Lyndsay was getting curious as to why this route check was taking so long, because she knows that I never waste time in the mountains. I pretended to rummage through my pack for something while swallowing my nervousness, and I took a few breaths to prep for the next stage, which was on my mind for the entire 2 weeks. Our backs were turned to the summit as we gazed in complete harmony at the glow of the alpine sunrise.
Oh, wow.
It's warmth relieving our skin from the cool alpine air. This was it. Without thinking, I turned around and took a knee. held out the rubber ring I had in my back, and asked her if she would spend the rest of her life with me, as I put the ring on the wrong hand. As if I just did that. Relieved she said yes, we shared an unforgettable moment in a magic place we will never forget, and a story we will pass on to our children. Then we made love right there. Just kidding, we did not make love right there. Yeah, it's all a risk assessment, right? I'm pretty sure the stress of that moment took 5 years off my life, as did planning this wedding. Just kidding, it's awesome. But it's well worth it. So after 5 hours, only halfway through our day, we began to down climb. For the climbers in the room, yes, it was a walk-off. Oddly enough, you guys are supposed to laugh long. Oddly enough, we descended in silence because from that point on, we knew our lives we would be sharing together, an in-sync rope team with a bond of love, trust no other than know. Stay tuned, because this is only chapter 1 of Lyndsay and Corey's guide to love, and friends, family, and adventure. After this, we're off to climb in Switzerland. So in